Hi ladies, this is Tia and today let's talk protective styling. As you know, fall is here, so that means for many of us our season is still switching over and moving into the colder weather. Now for me, when this season is happening or when this shift is happening, I prefer to wear protective styling because a lot of times it begins to get humid or it's raining or it's just cold and the wind is blowing, and so my wash and goes or my twist outs and everything, they don't either last as long or my hair tends to frizz or it's just a lot of work and I don't feel like it. As you may already know, protective styling actually has so many great benefits. First benefit is you're not doing your hair every day, or you're not putting your hair through the normal wear and tear or lots of manipulation, either trying to refresh the style, refresh your wash and go, or your twist out, not having to pineapple, you're not putting it through the normal wear and tear of the weather and element. Benefit number two, you're allowing your hair to get some rest. So for instance, I've been wearing this same bun that I'm wearing in my hair now for the last 3 days. Actually, this is my third day wearing this bun. The only thing that I did today was just spray some water on it, and then I just laid my edges down using a little bit of gel. I plan to continue to wear this bun throughout the rest of the week. Benefit number three is length retention. Because I'm not manipulating, because I'm not taking it down, because I'm not messing with my hair all of the time, my hair is less prone to breakage or getting snagged on my clothes or even drying out. My other great thing about protective styling is it will hold moisture longer because I have my hair put up, my ends are tucked away, and I'm not constantly either laying on it and again exposing it to the elements and pulling shirts over it or rubbing my hair on the neckline of my shirts or whatever it is. Your hair will be able to maintain the moisture levels longer, and of course it's a lot easier. For instance, if I was going to refresh my wash and go and come and spray water or aloe vera juice all over my hair, then it's not actually sitting on my neck, or I have less chance of the water dripping onto my clothes or just feeling oogy and wet. I can actually just spray my hair down, which I did this morning. I sprayed my hair down with water and it soaked up the water and I was good to go, and nothing leaked. I didn't have to walk around with wet hair. I didn't have to apologize for anyone who hugged me because my hair is wet. As you know, a true protective style is when your ends or your hair is tucked away. So this is a great time to experiment with different styling, which I promise you I will do. I will do some videos on some protective styles. I have two on my channel that I did recently. My kinky bun hop and the second one is my sleek side bun. So those are some great protective styles. They're still edgy, still cute, still very fashionable, and you can work those out. Our big hair, I love my big hair. I love when my hair is big, and my husband loves when I wear my hair out, froed out, and he loves my big hair. However, we do need to allow our hair some time to rest, so this is the perfect season for it. And of course, sometimes protective styles can get a little boring, especially when you're used to the volume of your big hair or just having your curls flowing free or just having your curls out. Time to experiment with different scarves in your hair. There's so many ways to protective style without being boring. Now, real quick, I just want to answer this question because I know I'll get it. My hair is actually in a bun. What I did was put my hair in a ponytail, and then I took the ponytail and took small sections and actually twisted. I don't know if you can see, I'll come closer, a little closer to the camera. And you can see I did a bunch of twists in my hair, and then I just wrapped the twist around and pinned them in place. Reason I did this as opposed to just a normal bun, one, my hair was still wet when I styled this bun, so I didn't want my bun to be frizzy or be out of sorts, and it was easier to pin this way. Two, it'll actually be a great versatile style because I can still get some time. So for instance, if I just want to add a little volume and let my hair out to say hello to the world, then I can, and my hair will still be in some great waves because they are in this twist, and I can just fluff my waves out and then have a great fluffy pony. This one will actually be one of my tutorials. I'll show you how I did this. It's a very quick and simple style, and it lasts, and of course it looks youthful, and it looks trendy and also very pulled together and very professional. Not to mention, when you are working out and you are sweating, this protective style season is like the perfect time to do so, because you don't have to come in and do too much refreshing. The most that I've done is spray my hair down with water, and then I actually just smooth my edges again with the gel this morning just to give it a more fresh look. I have not added any more product to my hair. However, I'm sure later in the week I may come and just touch it up with either some olive oil or coconut. Let's talk about braids, twists, and sew-ins and weaves and those type things. Of course, if you watch my channel, you may or may not have heard me speak on it before. I purposely try to encourage you ladies not to go that route. Let me tell you why. They are cute, they are fly, and they are super convenient and last a while. However, when your hair is trapped or braided or twisted and covered constantly on a daily basis under that hair, not everyone's hair can survive that. Meaning, when you take it out, yes, your hair may have grown, but you have incurred damage and your hair is thinned because it's not been allowed to breathe. It has not been able to absorb and truly receive the moisture that you are putting into it, whether you're wetting your hair down or whatever. Then oftentimes you incur damage of the ends because of the stress, not to mention the edges. When I've seen so many ladies whose edges are very thin or have broken off, and it's because you have all of that heavy hair hanging on your actual natural hair or your actual hair, and it is breaking and causing your hair to thin because it's not allowing it to breathe. It's too heavy on your strands, which causes your hair to weaken because it's not receiving moisture and it's not allowed to breathe. And a lot of times you end up trimming away what you just grew in, which, if you're on a growth journey, does defeat the purpose. I have said before, I definitely think that sew-ins with your hair braided underneath and the hair is actually sewn in, then that is definitely much better than getting braids or a twist. However, that also still puts stress on your hair, and you still kind of incur the same type of damage, maybe not as bad, but you still incur the damage because your hair is not allowed to breathe because it's trapped under the hair. Now, they have so many different cute wigs, and now they actually even have the crochet braids where it's kind of looped through this netting versus your hair, or they even have the twist that you can crochet into your hair. Those would be perfect if you prefer to wear twist or braids, or even just do, some sew-ins that way. Then that is definitely a great thing, but I definitely recommend you be careful about allowing the hair to be put in your hair so very tight, to the point where it's stress on your scalp, and because it can cause you scalp irritations or pull on your hair and cause you spots in your hair where your hair will not grow back. So I definitely want to encourage you ladies to be okay with doing styles with your own hair and allow it to breathe and make time for yourself. It allows you to just get to know and fall in love with your God-given curls. It allows you to try different styles, try different products, allow yourself some time to do so. I know a lot of times we use the excuse, I don't have time, but I'm a firm believer in you make time for what you want to make time for, and you make time for what is important to you. Of course, you didn't think I would leave out the ladies who have done their big chop or even have a TWA. Now, I do want to speak to you ladies. Of course, you may not be able to do true protective styling with your own hair. However, I definitely encourage you to definitely take care of the hair that you have, whether you are doing a growth journey or you're just keeping it cut short because it's cute and trendy and easy. Now, I definitely want to encourage you to definitely moisturize your hair, spray your hair down with water on a daily basis, cool water. Of course, try to avoid taking hot showers or rinsing or washing your hair when it's under hot water, because again, it strips your hair of the natural oils, and that's whether you're low porosity, high porosity, or normal porosity. I know me, so I'm going to speak from me. If my hair was cut short, it would be very easy for me not to, on a normal basis, wear my satin scarf or a satin bonnet. I still encourage you to definitely do so. Take the time, keep it in your nightstand drawer, keep it next to your bed, keep it in your purse, wherever it is, even stuff it under inside your pillowcase, just to make it easy for you not to forget to tie your hair up. Even if you are rocking a nice cute little shortcut, definitely tie your hair up in a satin scarf on a nightly basis, or at least sleep on a satin pillowcase. This way you can keep your hair moisturized. It doesn't dry, your pillowcases don't dry your hair out. You can knock out a lot of the frizz and enjoy more of your curls and softer feel to the touch when you are caring for your hair properly. Definitely continue to deep condition and moisturize no matter what length your hair is, because it will just be a much healthier, shinier, softer feel and stronger hair, to where you're not having to sacrifice having lots and lots of work to do, or taking lots and lots of steps just to get your hair to look the way that you want it to look. Pay attention to your hair. You can also play with some great scarf styles and do different trends with your hair when your hair is cut short. And also, I definitely encourage you, if you are doing so with playing with the scarves, maybe put a small satin scarf under the scarf. This way the scarf does not also soak up the oils out of your hair, because you have your hair protected with that satin scarf. But what if you just don't like protective styling? Listen, it is up to you. Whether you want to do protective styling, whatever your hair goal is, whatever your preference is, definitely do that. This is not something that you have to do. I'm not calling you out on a challenge. I definitely just want you to stick to the no heat challenge that we're on. But if you have a desire to just give your hair some rest or not have to fight frizz, then I definitely invite you to try some protective styles. So anywho, ladies, I hope this video was helpful and informational and not too long, I hope. But anyway, I love you, ladies. I'll talk to you soon. See you in the next video.
Follow my blog, me, my girls, and ournaturalcurls.com. Fall in love with you and your God-given curls. Find me on Facebook, Tia-Tots5678. Follow me on Instagram at Tots_5678. Are you subscribed to my YouTube channel yet? If not, subscribe now.